Hi everyone, my name is Dyagileva. I'm the founder of Teachers Love Edu community, and I welcome you to this PD session for teachers only. Today, we are learning about interactive lessons with Nearpod with Omnia Ismail. And there is a regular question here, what country, city are you tuning from? What is your teaching role? And I can see that there are so many great educators who already joined us. And there is Manana from Georgia. Welcome, Manana. And there is Magdi, and there is Amamri from Tunisia. And thank you so much for tuning in. And please keep sharing from which part of the world you are joining us. I'm so excited to see Alenka. How are you? She's a great educator, and I'm looking forward to the next meeting with you. Let me see that there is Hadija from Egypt. And I want to start introducing our dear guest speaker today, Omnia. Will be sharing about interactive lesson with Nearpod, and she's a great educator from Egypt. She's the head of the Edu-Tech department in Mansoura College International Schools, MIA expert, MIA trainer, MergeCube, and CoSpaces Edu ambassador, and also she's Nearpod certified educator. This is the second time when Omnia is sharing with Teachers Love Edu community here, and I think maybe a year ago, Omnia she shared about CoSpaces, MergeCube, VR, AR. She showed us this magic. I have never seen such interactive lessons. It was really epic. You can hit the link in the description box and watch this session. I attached this in this area, so under this video you can check this out. It's really amazing. So I'm really delighted to invite dear Omnia. Welcome. I'm so excited.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for your sweet words. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you're amazing. You just I always say that. We were like, wow, from the previous session with you. It was real incredible. I have never seen anything like this before. So that's why I'm so excited for today's session with you. I know how
I'm so excited really today to share my experience using interactive lessons in Nearpod. And this is really the second time for me to having a webinar for you with you. Yeah, I'm so excited to have another one.
Yay.
And today I know it was a very tough year for all of us teaching hybrid or online or on site. And we're doing a great effort trying to make our student engaged in our lessons and trying to look for something new every now and then. So let's have Nearpod today. I have been using it for 5 years and it never fails me.
Wow.
So I'll go and share my screen with you now. But at the beginning, I want you to be my student. So this is how can I search for a Nearpod. So you go to the search and type in the browser Nearpod. It's very easy to find it. And as a teacher, when you click on it, is going to ask you how you want to like to log in. You can log in using Google or Microsoft account. And here is how I'm going to share my session for today with you, live participation. So we're having 3 ways to share it with your students. I'm going to share it a live lesson with you now. So where can you type this code? In the browser or on your mobile phone, type Nearpod student. Okay, here is it. Why I'm doing this, I want to show you how the students will feel, how they will be engaged. And here you are going to type the code. Here is the code again. And it's going to be sent to you in the comment. You'll find it here in the comment, the code and the link. And as you can see, there are many ways how can I share my live session with my students. So I can copy a link for them, email it, from Google Classroom and Remind or Microsoft Teams. So you can use any of these platforms to interact with your students and share this link with them. Let me see how many of you, no one yet has shared it, please. So here you can see the number of your students who has shared the lesson. So simply like this, I'm going to copy the code or type it here in Nearpod students. That's how I'm going to share it with my student. Simply like this. And he will start typing his name or his class to join the lesson. So, yeah, having 3 now. So here are the names. Still waiting for you. So during this live or interactive session, you will know how you can add many slides, you can add quizzes, you can add a VR lesson inside it, 3D models, sway. You will see lots of things that you can share it. We're having 5 now. Okay, still waiting. Here is the code again. Okay, we're having 7. By the way, we're having the code. You can join the lesson in any time. Let's start. So as you can see, I'm in control of your all devices. So when I switch the slides, what happens? It's switching in your devices too. So this is a great way to have a control over the devices of your students, or to make sure that all of them are on the same slide or in the same tab you have opened. And instead of get your student distracted, you don't know if they're opening the right slide or not. So here I'm sharing a sway with them. If you're using Office 365, you'll know what is a sway. So it's a great way to share photos and information with your student. You can do a student profile or a magazine or lots of things. So that's the first thing I'm sharing with my students. The second thing here, and by the way, you can find here the code. I'm having here 3D objects. Okay, it's not working on this platform, but I think it's going to work on their mobile phones. Yeah, it's working now. Let me see. Okay. And now we're having a VR tour. So we are in Greece now. So I can ask my students if they are having a VR headsets to put it on and watch this VR tour. This will be amazing thing for them. Next, we're having a very amazing website. It's called PHET. It's amazing for my math and science teacher. And as you can see, it's very interactive here to calculate the area. So I'm sharing with my students something interactive for area builder inside my lesson. Next, I'm having a slideshow. So you are having lots of photos. My photos are all about cats today. So I'm having a slideshow as a PowerPoint inside my lesson. So you can present your information or the educational materials in different ways. Next, we're having a PDF viewer. So we're having PDF files. You can let your student view it inside the same lesson. So I'm sharing information with them. They can open it easily. Next, now I'm having a video. I've uploaded a video now, or I get it from the BBC. You have many options to get it. And he's asking me a very good question. If I share my screen with my students, if I are in my online session and I want all of them to focus on only my screen, I don't want them to get distracted. So I told him, no, I only this device, only the video will be played on. If we are in a computer lab or in the class where the students having a tablet or teaching one-to-one or one-to-many, I can ask this session to be all, the video will be played on all devices so they can control or play it or not or make pauses at their own pace. But if I chose this device only, as you can see, only me can play the video. And this option, I think many of us wanted. So if they send a video in a PowerPoint in the students or in the files in the chat, maybe some of my students open it right now. I maybe want them to open it later. I want to make pauses in a certain part. So to make sure that my students are focusing on the same thing, I will choose only my device. What else I'm having here? So I'm having a video, I'm having Sway, as you can see, Bdf Viewer, VR, and this is the best time that I love it here, and all of my students love it, Time to Climb. So I'm having a very interactive game for my students. Me as a teacher, I can shuffle the answer or not. I choose the theme if they are running up on Himalaya, on a space. If you are using Kahoot, it's similar to it and somehow, and you can enable music or not. I'm going to enable music this time. It's only 2 questions, and let's start. So we are in a space now. All of you, you will get a screen asking you to choose your own character. It will be like this. So maybe choose this one, and if you are sure, click on start. Yeah, I'm seeing here we are supposed to be 17, so check the number of your attendees here. So are having 17 students, so I should make sure that here are 17 characters. So it's very amazing. So at the beginning, you start explaining your lesson in a different ways, adding 3D objects, VR objects, or using Sway or Slideshow or PDF, different things. And after that, you want to make sure if they understand this, checks for their own understanding, if they got the point or not. So I'm going to use Time to Climb. So I'm still waiting for you. If you click of any on these characters, you will get their names. We're having 7 players, still waiting. So all you have to do is to choose your own character, and don't forget to click on a start. Don't forget to click on a start, so you will appear here. Waiting for more. Great. So I'm going to start right now. We're having now 9 students, okay? All of you are jumping. I'm very excited. Again, choose your own character and don't forget to click on a start, so you will appear to me here. So it's a great chance for the teacher himself to know if all of his students are here or not. So instead of calling them on Zoom or Teams, have you entered or not? So you're having all of their names here. And let's start this game. So are having a timer. So these are the points of the first questions. The second one, you're running into the space. Great. So now you are knowing the winners. It's very easy now to know the winners and their names. So this is a great way, time to climb. I think all of you got the answers. Yeah, so time to climb is a great way to share it with your students. As I said, you can shuffle the answers, choose a different theme, and enable sound. If you don't like to enable the sound, you can disable it. Here is another quiz, but my advice for you, if don't share your screen while your students are answering the questions, because as you can see, you will know the correct and incorrect answers. So if you are doing a quiz, my advice to you is stop sharing your screen till all of your students finish answering the question. Okay, so because they maybe are cheating and they know the right answers from here. Okay. And this graph or pie chart, I think it's very good for me because it's telling me if my students are understanding this part or not. Or having two students, okay, if they didn't get it, I have to reteach it again. And when you finish, you can share the answers with them. So when you are doing the quiz, please don't share your screen. Next. And here we're having a drawing competitions, or you're having something that we'd like to do it with our students, especially lower grades. I want them to draw something, to type something, and maybe they can trace. If you're teaching your students how to trace, so you can upload a tracing sheet for them, and they started doing this. So me as a teacher, I can see all of them drawing. And after, so the green ones, it means they have submitted. The yellow, they are in progress. So as if I'm watching all my students at the same time. You know, these feelings, you know, what are they doing? So I think this question, you can use it in totally different way. Maybe they draw something on their map in their social studies, maybe in the science, they type labels on parts of the body. Think of lots of things. In math, questions can draw things. So are having here lots of, so here's another option. If I like something, I can share it with all students. So as you can see, all of your devices having this great airplane. So you can praise your students by sharing these drawings to the whole class. Having here an apple. So let's share it all with you. I think this is an ant. Okay, I'm sharing this ant with you. So this is another way of doing activities with my students. Here we have a coloring one. I think you're starting using colors. So that's great. Let's move to another one. And here we are having an an open-end questions. It means like, did you like the character in Wuthering Heights? Did you like Jane Eyre? What do you think of? So it's for critical thinking. And if I like any answer, what can I do? I can share it. If I click on share, so all of the class will see the answer. And from here, we can start the discussion. So what do you think of her answer? If she is right or not? So I can share the answer or unshare it. So for the open-end questions, you can do lots of things. So only type a question and ask your students to answer. So, and if you like an answer or you have to comment on it, so share it with your students and ask them to do it. Advice too, if you don't want all of your students to see this screen, so stop sharing this screen. When I say stop sharing here, I mean if you're using Teams, so stop sharing your online meeting on Teams or Zoom, okay? And if you want your students, all of them, see the answer, click on share here from Nearpod itself, okay? And as you can see, I can see the participation of my class. So we're having here 36%. Next. So this is another video. I think all of you can control it. And we're having a poll or a survey. What's your favorite pet? So as you can see here, we're having different type of questions and activities, which makes your students very engaged. And you make sure they are not leaving the device away and they left the online session and they fall asleep. No, they keep them awake all the session because they know they are doing something. They will answer an activity. They will having a quiz right now. No, we're having time to climb. So as much as you add activities, you keep them excited and engaged in your lesson. So here I'm asking them for their favorite pets. And when they finish, I can share the answers with them. Next. So we're having here matching pairs. Okay. So this is a different activity for your students. They will love it. Again, I don't think it's a good idea to share your screen with them. So start matching pairs. Natalie has finished one. Great. So as you can see, you're as if you are moving among your students in the classroom. So you feel the same. I know who has finished the task, how many tries they do it. Alenka has finished all of them. Great, excellent. And Natalie too. Yeah. You're doing a great job. Yes, that's great. I love it. And after you finish, you can view pairs with your students and review the answers with them. So this is another way of activity. Let's move to another thing. Yeah, I'm adding a Flipgrid. Who haven't used Flipgrid in the past year? I think most of us are using Flipgrid now. Ask for a discussion. Even nowadays, if I want to make a Skype with another country because of time zones and online learning, it fails sometimes. So people start recording and adding Flipgrid videos. So you can do it. You can add your Flipgrid video here too and ask your students to record something and upload it right here. Okay, that's another thing. Now I'm sharing a collaboration board with them. So I'm asking them about a question and start making discussions with them. This would be a great, especially for upper grades. I think for critical thinking, if I making a brainstorming about a sort of projects. So start typing whatever you want and post it. So and by the way, they can type, they can add an image. Okay. So you can here search Google online learning. Yes. Maybe this one. And start posting. He's telling me we're having 2 posts here. So the teacher sees the posts first and then he approves them. So I think this will be a great thing instead of typing in the chat. And some of us miss some chat from our students, and maybe shy students, if I didn't miss something, they will be sad that I didn't mention them. So this would be great to do it just reading and approving. Thank you, Anna. Okay. So students can, in this collaboration board, can do lots of things. And you can give it a time, likes, you can rearrange the students according to their alphabetical order, their names. So let's make likes. So you can like others, start, click on the heart. We're having here more. Yep. Okay. So let's move to another thing. Fill in the gaps. So we're having reading text and you'll have to try to do it. I think you're doing a good job as a student right now. Okay, try to answer them. It's a very easy one. Yeah, great. You have finished it all, Anna. Excellent. And Natalie too. Lanka too. Excellent. So this is a different activities. Maybe it's hard for us to do it in Teams or Zoom, or we need certain websites to do it. And after you finish, you click on view answer and show it to the whole class to tell them what is the right answer or the wrong one. From here, view answers. After all of them finish. Let's move to another one. Memory test. And this will be great for your students to do something different. So all of the time we're doing, as you can see, of course, you don't have to do all of these activities in the same lesson, but I'm just giving you ideas that you can do it. So as you can see, you should try to do it all. I'm playing with you now. And that was the last activity. Don't forget that we are having here at the top, we are having a whiteboard that you can type whatever you want for your students. So this will be awesome for your students. You can remove it or you can close it right now. So at the top here during your lesson, if you want to explain something, you simply open the whiteboard, and you can, if you are using a Service Pro, you can use a stylus, or if you want to start typing something for them. Okay. Let's have another one. You can erase. I think everything that you needed, you will find it here in Nearpod. Let's move back. Yeah, when I finish with telling me if you want to leave the session, can resume it later or not. Yes, I want to leave it. That's how my session, live session with my students has been ended. Is this the end? No. He's going to send you a report on your email, and you can find the report here too. As you can see, right now I have a report of everything that my students have done. So this is the last one. So every single thing that happened in my lesson and telling me about my students and their progress during the session in each question or in general. So you can download it or share it as you like. I think this is amazing things we can do it. And of course, your students will love it because they are doing something different. Okay, that's how you participated with me as a student. Let's go back to your seats as a teachers and start doing the whole thing as a teachers. So how can I create a lesson like this or adding slides as this? At the beginning, we said that we have to log in on Nearpod, okay? After again, you get here your lessons. This is your interface. You're having a lesson here, reports, and you get only reports after you got live sessions with your students. And we're having here Nearpod library, and it's having a free, some of them are free, ready-made lessons. You can use it with your students, or you can get ideas. You're having here, you can filtering their lessons according to standard, language, search, grade. So if I want to use this one, for example, with my student, just click on it. Yes, and we're having here in this category lots of things. So that's how it looks like. You can review it. So if it's okay with you, just click on Add to my lesson. So as you can see, it's very easy for me to add a lesson. So when I go back to my lessons, here is it. And of course, you can click and edit any slide from it. So you can go to the library, choose any category, and take the lessons to your My Lessons. And you can, as you can see, are having here 30 slides. I can edit any one of them. After you finish, you click Save and Exit. You can use it with your students. So if you want to know more information about Nearpod, you click on Teacher Resources. You will find the tutorials and PDFs and telling you how can you use it with your students. Let's start a new one. I click on Create. Okay. It's telling me create a lesson or a video or Google Slides. I will choose here lesson. So first thing you'll type here the name of your lesson. Okay. For example, it's online learning. And you're having here to add slide. You can delete them, make a copy, paste them, or convert it to draw. We'll see. And now the size of my lesson is 0 megabytes right now. And at any time, you can upload any files here. Let's add and see the contents that I can add it to my lesson. The first thing, you can add a video. So I click on a video. And here you opened, you have here many choices. Video library of the Nearpod. Choose any here, any video related to your lesson, or you'll go to the YouTube or my videos, any videos that you have uploaded before, or you can upload a video from your own device. So you'll have here many options or many ways they can use it to upload your own video. Okay. I will upload this one, for example.
The Nearpod Add Activities option.
Okay, if you like it, click on Save. So this is the first thing that I use it, is to add a video to my lesson. Next, what about adding the first slide? I want to have a slide with my lesson's name or pictures. So I choose a slide, and you're having here different themes. You can use whatever you want and start typing. Okay. And you can upload an image or use Google search from here. I'm going to choose this one. Of course, you can upload any image. You can change the background, the layout. You can add an audio here. And let's have, so it was, we wanted to be JPG. Let's have another one. Of course, you can zoom it in or out as you like. If it's okay with you, of course, you can change the theme at any time. If it's okay, save and exit. So we're having here, yes, I change it. This is supposed to be the first slide. You can make a different slide for the lesson objectives, whatever you want. But I want this one to be the first one. So easily you can drag and move it at any time. Let's move to another one. Web content. I want to add an URL. So let's have this wonderful website. I want to share it with my students. So, and they have a great option here to test your link, to make sure it's working or not before you share it with your students. Now, yes, it's working. I'm gonna save it now. Add another slide. Nearpod 3D. So I'm having here 3D cars, environments. I think 3D things makes your lesson more interactive. Add another one. So I've added a video, a slide with the name of the objective of the lesson, a web content, a 3D model, and here comes the PHET. And you can find lots of lessons, interactive, for math and science, as I have told you before. So I love this experiment, balloon and static electricity. You can add it for your students. At any time, of course, you can click and preview what you have added. Still loading. Okay, I'll let it. I'll preview the whole lesson at the end. Don't worry. And here is the VR field trip. They can do it for my students. If I type Egypt, for example. So of course it's powered by 360 cities websites where you can find lots of 360 images. Let's get the permits done. Another thing. So all of these things that I am adding, I'm adding only a content for my lesson. I want to add a BBC video, maybe. So choose a content. You can, of course, preview it and click on done. So let's see, it's very easy to do your own lesson, like having sway. And you have two ways of adding your own sway. You can create a new sway, or you click on my sway so it goes directly to your Office 365 account, or choose of any of these sways. So if I said my sways, it will open my own sways. So I can add one of my sways here. Next, let's have a slideshow. As you have seen, you remember the slideshow of the cats? You will have another one for the dogs now. Okay, so you have different ways of adding pictures. You can have in Dropbox or upload them. Okay, I'm getting more space. And of course, you can add in audio or a Bdf viewer. So as you can see, lots of things that I can add it to my own lesson. What if I want to delete any of these slides or move them? I can move them around, as you can see, or you can click on delete on any time. Okay, let's add more slides. As you can see, activities. So we're having here two categories. I have content and I have activities. Time to climb. This is my favorite game. It's as if we're taking a break between slides and content. As you can see, we're having here ready-made questions on the right. It's about math. So you can choose any of them, or you can type your own questions here. So you're having two options. Okay, so I can take this. If the questions are suitable with me, it will be okay. And as you can see, the option, so I type the question, I set here the timer. Okay, you can add an image for the question as we do in Kahoot and quizzes and all of these platforms. And you choose if your answer will be text or images, especially for lower grades, for cages, for example, they love the options to be pictures. It will be easier for them to choose pictures. So as you can see, in one click, I have finished it all. And of course, don't forget to click on the right answers here. Click on save. Let's move to another one. Open-ended questions. So you think of any critical questions, and as you can see, it can turn it to be a listening question. So I can add an audio, okay, of a listening track and start typing questions here. And you enable students to audio recording. So the students can send an audio for me in this, instead of typing, yes, he can send an audio for me. So again, here I can add images, a video, or so we're having here image, audio recorder, PDF, video, or audio or web content. So I can record something for my students here. I can record my own instructions for here. And what is for the students, what he will turn in for me, he can type something or he can record something for me. So the open-ended question here is great, and it has lots of features for me. Of course, you can add a timer for your students for doing this task too. And we're having some symbols for the math here, simple ones. Of course, you can't find all the symbols. You can copy them from the Word and type it here. So I can record something. Allow my mic. Hello, please follow the instructions and tell me what you think of it. Hello, please follow the instruction and tell me what you think of genre. And I will save it. Of course, you can delete it and do it over again. So record your answer. Add another thing from activities, matching pairs. Matching pairs is a kind of a challenge for our students, and you're having here two types of matching pairs. It could be pictures or it could be text. So add pairs, as you can see here, we can add an image. So if I said milk here, save it, and he can match milk with a cow. As you can see, this is a kind of matching pairs, and we can, so it could be an image or a text. So maybe happy, and it's synonym glad. So another word for happy is glad. You can do it in different things. You can add a timer, and of course you can add any of these ready-made pairs. Let's save it. Having another one. As I said before, you don't have to add all these activities in just one lesson, of course, or having the quiz time. So it's like Google Forms or Microsoft Forms. You type a question here, you type the options, and you mark the right one. And you can here add image, audio recorder, PDF, video, audio, or a web content. So I think there is a variety here more than Microsoft Form or Google Forms. And when you finish, you save it. So let's say how many planets in the solar system. 8, 9. Of course, as you can see here, you're having the math symbols. You can add other answers, add another question as you like, then save it. Here we go. We're having lots of activities. Flipgrid. How can I add my own Flipgrid here? So he's telling you something as the URL of the topic and insert the join link here for the topic. You add both of them. So I have opened my own. As you can see here, this is my own topic. So copy the first URL, copy it, and paste it here. That's the first thing he asked for me, to copy the URL from the browser and copy the share link too. And add them. What else can I do it from activities? Drawing. As I told you, I can do it in tracing, in labeling different parts of the body. As you can see, we're having here writing paper, exit, ticket, pros and cons. He's giving you here ideas, lots of ideas here. Making connections. I'll have here writing papers. So I'm having a writing paper here. I started typing, and you ask them here, what would you like to type? Maybe there are 3 emotions that you have felt this weekend, and you can add here, as I said before, image, audio, recordings, for something for them, Bdf Viewer, video, audio, or a web content. So it's a great thing for letting them express their emotions. Another sort of activity, collaboration board. Yeah. So it's very easy to add a collaboration. You choose only the theme, what theme you would like here, and type, as we said, type the topic and let them start posting their own ideas. What do you think? Posting pictures about this topic. It would be a great thing for brainstorming. Or discussion in general. And here we're having the poll. It's similar to the quiz, but you don't have a right answer, of course. So add whatever you want here, add an image about animals that we said before. Different type of animals. Is your favorite one? Okay. And start typing options. And add more. And you can allow your students to choose more than one answer, multiple answers or options from here. Now you're having your own poll or survey. Another thing, You can add flowers activities, fill in the blanks. Okay, choose any backgrounds that would you like and go to your text, copy it, paste it here, and click on next. Then choose the words that will be missing. So I'm choosing the missing words. Finished. So as you see, it's very easy to do fill in blanks here. Last thing, memory test. I think it's like bears, and you can set it as a final question here. You choose images here. So if I'm choosing this one, so it may be all the quiz about cats. And you can control the size of the grid as you like. Angry one. Now I have finished. Got it. Yeah. Cats. Okay. Yeah, it's the only image. Now I have finished my lessons. As anytime I've told you, you can drag and drop any slide to change its place, and you can preview it right now to see from the student preview. And this is a very important thing. When you finish anything, that before giving to your students, preview it first. So let me check if everything is okay. Yeah, I think the website is here. I still having the same problem with 3D object. PHET, it's loading, great. And yeah, we're having the VR tour. The video. This way. Time to climb my game. My open-ended question. Yes, and your students have to allow the mic to record their audio. Great. Matching question. Yeah. I think everything is going okay. We're having the quiz. So after you review it and make sure that everything is okay for your own students, save and exit. So, and start sharing it with your students. So you have 3 ways of sharing your own interactive lesson here. So it's saved now. So you can have a live participation with Zoom, okay, or live participation, and you get a link, a code, or a link to Zoom or Google Classroom, as you can see. So having here a code that I can share this image with my students or launch a Zoom meeting from here, copy link, email it, Google Classroom, Remind, or Microsoft Teams. So I'm having many options to share this lesson with my own students. As we said, we're having here the number of participation of my students, and having whiteboard at any time, they can draw something or explain something for my own students. When you finish, you said yes. And if I want to preview it again, what if I want to send it to my students as an assignment, and you can answer them on their own pace at any time, so you don't have all of them to be online with me? I will choose the second option, which is student paced. So student pace means all the students don't have to be online at the same time. They will answer it on their own pace, and I got their grades in the reports. And of course, I can share my interactive lessons with my teachers. I can duplicate it, add it to a folder as I do here, can see, or export it as a PDF file. I think that I have finished. How can you do an interactive lessons with your own students? I hope it was helpful for you. I'm ready to answer any questions.
Yeah, it was tremendous. I
Thank you.
yeah, I really loved all the ideas, and it took you only 1 hour. I have no idea how you did it in a so well organized way. Absolutely amazing. You know, I love you because this is so informative, and there are so many thank you words from our Edu colleagues there, from Natalia, for instance. It was great to participate in your activities as a student, and you showcased us. So teachers have a lot of amazing opportunities here. Thanks for sharing, Omnia. There are lots of thank you words and from Mr. Mohammed and from other our Edu folks is here. And thank you so much for joining us today. I have already shared with the link to Omnia's collection on Wakelet. Of course, we are sharing with Wakelet collections, and absolutely amazing. You know that I was and I'm already and still a Nearpod certified, but I haven't checked out Nearpod for for a couple of months for sure, maybe more. So I knew the features, but there are the number of these features are really is getting bigger, and I was absolutely astonished um, by the you know this virtual excursion, or how do you call VR tour. This is
Yeah.
amazing. I haven't tried this yet, and also with one thing that you know that I love this feature that we can use the report area and we can download it. So you showed this, everything is visible, so every teacher can just download these. um
What I love it about Nearpod, they keep upgrading their features.
yes,
Yeah. So every
that's
now
what
and
you
then
need.
you open it, you will find something new.
Yes, this is fantastic. One more thing. Oh, I just I missed this. Can we create classes there on
And
Nearpod?
unfortunately, no, you can only create folders.
Yeah, folders. Yeah, folders
Yeah.
works, and we can use Google Classroom this way. And yeah, so fill in the blanks. This one that you showcase, I really enjoy this because I have never tried this. You showed this so easily. So I really want to use this. And you know, one more thing, that when you have created new slides with all of these backgrounds, and I have never tried this before. This is something new to me. I absolutely adore this. So we can use the visual content, and we can use like pictures from the browser or from our devices. Yep. So we can do many things indeed, like presentations, the
There
whole
is
interactive.
a Nearpod. And truly, I've tried with maybe in troublemaker students, I can
Oh,
call them,
yeah.
and they love it. They getting very engaged with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely engaging. You know, like the whole lesson, it like flies really quickly with Nearpod because lots of different activities. You know, you can't stick to the same one because you can create lots of. And wow, this is incredible. Lots of thank you words again are coming to you, Omnia. Thank you so much. Good activities. Yeah, that's true. If you've got any questions, you can use Q&A box there, and you can ask Omnia because she's a great expert of Nearpod. And I really had my fun playing and being as a student. It's absolutely incredible. I think that every teacher, it's really great when you can having this fun. That's how you can enjoy the lesson that you're on. It's incredible. Omnia, I have a question. What is your favorite feature, or what are your favorite features? I think time to climb. Yeah, this is one of the favorites.
yeah.
And because I love it, this animation with this
Yeah, when I do it for my, I start my training at school was the teacher starting playing Time to Climb. So they felt very sad when they ended. No, I want more questions. I want to play it.
Yeah.
They love it, and the students love it too because they choose their own costumes. It's like Snapchats, and they starting going away under the ground or maybe in Himalaya, so they love it.
Wow, this is so incredible. I like that they can compete this way and everything is on the screen and you can curate many things there. This is incredible. Absolutely. So I'm going to get back to Nearpod again because all of these features are graded and I love them all. So you can share with your favorite features. I also shared with the collection and yeah, so you can share with your voices on Flipgrid. For instance, I attached the live webinar with Omnia there, so you can share with your insights. You can take your screenshot with Omnia. Omnia, you ready for the selfie part with our friends? So I just want to put you on the screen. Yes. So
Okay.
yeah, you can share with your insights, ideas, feedbacks. You can tweet them. You can post them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or VK if you are joining from Russia. So I really appreciate your time. I had so much fun today with Omni. I learned lots of new things. I love Nearpod even more than I loved it before. Yeah.
My pleasure to be with you for the second time. I hope we will have more session with you.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you. You know that always welcome because you're incredible. I like learning from such so passionate educators like you are. Absolutely incredible session. I was like into it for all the hour that we spend here. Yeah, no matter the age, I just want to go to the next comment from Natalia. No matter what age the students are, they will love it. Absolutely. I created a few lessons on Nearpod. Oh, and there's a tricky thing that we discussed with Omnia that there are different type of accounts. I had the golden one. Now we've got the silver one. You can see that this one is a free version. So Omnia, can you say how many things we can, not maybe in the numbers, but approximately what are the limits there for silver account? Do you know? This is tricky question.
The limit is, as you can see, I have deleted a video because the limit is the size of your lesson. So you get a limit, a size of your lessons. I don't remember it because I have to do it today from the silver account for the free one because anyone can do it.
Yeah. So you can get rid of the videos, right? It's going to be light.
So if you're having big files, you can just sharing a link. So you can upload it to the account and get a sharing link for them. So this will be easier for you.
Wow, thank you so much. So again, if you have any questions, you can share, you can reach out Omnia, and she's on Facebook. And I think in the collection, there are the profile links probably. Yeah, Omnia, if you haven't added them, you can surely do this so people can reach you out. And thank you so much for your precious time. Thanks everyone for joining us. Wow, it was incredible, tremendous. And thank you, gorgeous Omnia.
Really
thank you so much for sharing. Yeah. So thanks anyone. Enjoy the rest of the week and stay safe and healthy. Oh, teachers from India, so hang in there. We are praying for you. Everything is going to be fine.
All of us who are praying for them.
Yes. So thank you so much. Lots of thank you words are coming. I'm sorry that if we have missed anyone, but thanks a lot. Stay safe, stay tuned, and see you next session. Thank you so much, Omnia. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.